How many classics does Drake have? To you. Then to you.
I'll say 4. Ooh. I'll do Take Care, Thank Me Later, Views, and I'll say Iceman. Since we're talking about it, we can do Certified Lover Boy as well.
A 2-day classic. Yeah. A 2-day classic.
So let's talk about what makes it classic. Where we talk music. You're here with JBTheTruth, and today I'm with Gang. We got Charles in the building and J Shep. How y'all doing, man?
What's down?
It's good to be home.
It's good to be home. It's good to be back in the studio. We're on season 2 now. I hope y'all checked out season 1. Today episode, y'all know what it's about. Y'all know what's in your phones. Y'all know what y'all been hearing wherever you go. God. This is gonna be a Drake episode.
Does it have to be?
It doesn't have to be, but we gonna see, because I mean, I feel like we got some things to talk about. Obviously, Drake is a very huge artist. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of beef that happened. Some saying this is his redemption.
What beef?
He dropped 3 albums at midnight this past Friday.
He did.
Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honour.
You figured that one out.
I figured that one out. I didn't know how to say it first. I had to, you know what I'm saying, go to my colleagues. But yeah, so all 3 in your phone right now. How y'all feeling?
I feel like everybody was going crazy about how he threw so many shots. And I feel like I understand it. Nobody said, hey, Drake's not actually doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you hanging out with your boys and you start telling a tall tale, and then everybody around like start believing it, your boy will be like, hey, bro, tell him you just playing, though. Nobody said, hey, Drake doesn't actually be with those little girls.
Right.
So it's like, oh, Khaled said he not getting in it? No, at least say, hey, I'm not, he don't be doing that.
You talking about his friends?
You know what I'm saying? Nobody said it. So nobody's safe, bro.
Yeah, nobody should be safe. I know some people were saying, hey, it should be over, leave the beef in the past. It's been 2 years, you still salty. But I love him coming out and addressing it. And you know what I'm saying, giving straight bars on Iceman and being like, hey, let me address everyone who said something, everyone who didn't say something, everyone who appeared somewhere they wasn't supposed to appear, LeBron James, and let me just give it all out and talk about it.
You can't be mad at LeBron for that, bro.
I don't got to be mad. I can still talk about it.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. All that looked like to me is his wife wanted to go to a nice concert.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron made a business decision. Make Drake happy or make my wife happy? I think I'm gonna go with the wife.
I think it's bigger
than that. I think
it
was more than a wife, though. It's LA, bro. Mm-hmm. He's in LA. It's the pop out. It's not like he ever said, I'm not a Kendrick fan. I like Drake.
Right.
Like, maybe he could have ducked off when Not Like Us came on.
But see, my main thing, I think it was a historic moment for rap, just in general, that concert. And I think we kind of get lost in that part of it due to the beef and everything like that.
And he did it 7 times.
Yeah, facts. And so, but I think at the same time, like, that's like, what's something extremely significant here that like you do not, like, cultural moments, even like in the city, there's some moments that's like, bro, like you do not want to miss. So like, I'll give you an example, even though this might not be music related, but like, yo, when the Astros won the World Series, you were going to figure out a way to get to that parade because you don't know when this moment is going to happen like that again. So I can see a bunch of people, well, we're only talking about Bron here. I can see him like, nah, I need to be in that energy of what's around it. Now, you also, two things can be true at the same time. When you make a decision like that, you also got to understand what the look is going to be on the other side.
Right.
So you got to have, that's another conversation you probably had to have on the back end. Don't really know what those two got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a misunderstanding. I think Drake probably misunderstood how close they were. And he felt like, oh, you with me, you my dog. But LeBron is so big and so polarized. Not polarized, but he's so big and popular that he kind of just goes with what's popping, what's going on. Okay, I'm in LA. This is a big LA thing, so I'm gonna go there. But it's not necessarily, now I don't rock with Drake, and then Drake took offense to it. Like, okay, but he just showing love because he in LA.
Now, if we're doing the hypotheticals here, I don't know. We don't know none of these people from a can of paint.
Yeah.
But I also think too, like awareness or even friend awareness would be like you have some people that are like extremely close. These are your guys, and then you have your acquaintances and your industry peers and things of that nature. What I think it seems like from Drake, what he kind of gets burnt by a lot is that he gets close to people that they might be working relationship industry close. This might not be your brother like that. I'm not saying Bron is not, but like even like a couple antics, like he got like Steph Curry tatted on him and Kevin Durant tatted on him, and I think he got a Bron tat. I think that's
that old jersey.
It's a little OD.
Yeah, it's a little OD. It's a little OD. But I'm saying that to where it could be like, well, man, why would you do that? And it's like, well, you might have. I'm not saying y'all weren't close, y'all weren't friends, but I also think there's context. Y'all might not have been as locked in as you might have thought. Yeah. And that's just like that's on the word. That has nothing to do with music or anything. Yeah. That's just kind of like self-awareness. Like if you got a homeboy, right? But you know the homeboy be doing dumb shit. Yeah. You probably be like, I can't take you to the most important thing I got going on because I know you do dumb shit. Right. And that's just because you have that self-awareness. Just
but at the same time, we underestimating LeBron's relationship with Kendrick. Remember he did the Untitled Unmastered joint. Bron told him to put it out. He had heard it, and Bron like tweeted him like, "Man, you need to drop this," and then he dropped it. So, what's their relationship?
That's a good point. Sure. Yeah, when you one of the biggest black men out there, you gonna know a lot of other biggest. So he just in those rooms where he could be cool with both of them on a sub level.
Yeah, and side note, what I don't think a lot of people think about because this is like a conversation that, to be honest with you, that it wouldn't really be a thing a lot. These people, and I'm talking about Dot and Drake, probably have a lot more mutuals than you think.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying mutual close friends, but mutual strong acquaintances probably.
Yeah.
You know, it's just how people get viewed and how everybody moves. That's two different conversations. But
well, we don't know their relationship, but what we do know is this music that we got on our phone. So let's start with ICEMAN.
Okay.
Highly anticipated. Do we want to start with the rollout first or the music itself?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Can we go backwards? Can we do music first?
Let's do music first. How do we feel about the music? Just ICEMAN right now.
Just ICEMAN.
I think he gave us what people were asking for as far as let's rap. He addressed everything. At this point, I enjoyed it a lot, but I'm just ready to move on from all of this. Like, I'm ready for the album that's really not going. And Drake always had like a adversarial type of rap with all his albums. Like, he had always had haters, I guess. He did. Yeah. But I'm just wanted to move off of this. Like, and what's next for Drake? Like, what are you talking about now? Like, because, I mean, it's been 3 years now.
Well, it's been 2. And also, if you have those 2 years and then you don't say nothing about it, when people are dragging you through the mud nationwide, then I feel like it was warranted for him to come talk his shit.
No, but he would tap dance on it. He would tap dance on it.
Are you talking about on ICEMAN or in the past?
In the past. He would tap dance on him with a couple. Because you got to think about Drake had like spare the moment Lucy drops that he would like. He did the Kanye where he would like drop it. I'm going to just see what y'all think. Yeah. But it wouldn't go anywhere. Yeah. I'm gonna drop this 3-pack here. Like people forget about the when he dropped that website with all the content and everything that came out on it, and then also songs were attached with the website. Then he would also put the songs out. You know, like he did loosely drop that No Face, even though it wasn't an official drop. Like dropped that with the music video, things of that nature. And I think this is also that's a different conversation too. I think he was testing out the label situations, how he can get the music off as well. Yeah. But he would tap dance on. But I think the main thing though, with this, if I can give my musical opinion on this, man, ICEMAN is, and I still got to listen to it a little bit more. It's a very good project. It's a very good project, and I think it's because the focus was, let me tell y'all how I feel. And let me tell y'all what's been going on. Even certain moments on like the intro when he's talking about like, he gave it like 1 or 2 bars, and you could tell maybe that Drake now doesn't introspect as much as he used to. And so you could tell even like the whole back of certain things. But when he said that, he gave you the bar about his, we're dealing with my dad has cancer right now. But he didn't really go into that all the way. But he just like, oh, so it's other stuff going on here. Yeah. Besides the fact that you're mad at 2 handfuls of people. And so even with that and how he was addressing what he needed to address, the songs were good, the production is fire. Do I think that it's a no skip project? No.
What's the skip?
Let me hold on.
While you find your skip, I agree with you that it's a fire project overall. I think lyrically, it's one of his best projects, and I'm glad that he separated the different vibes of, okay, Iceman is just about rapping, and then I'm gonna give you more of the R&B on the Habibti, and I'm gonna give you more of the house and the techno dance, a little bit of Afro in there on the Maid of Honour. So for all the people who was saying, okay, we don't want this, we don't want the party, we want to hear him rap, because y'all always compare him to rappers, and rapper critics always speak about him and compare him to the backpackers. Okay, I'm going to show you what this pen looked like. And I think from the very first second of that album all the way through, he showed why his pen is in a league of his own.
Yeah, but his best lyrical album?
One of them.
I'm skipping What Did I Miss?
Yeah, but that was a single.
Well, yeah, you heard it so many times.
Yeah.
I'm skipping Too Hard for the Radio. It's cool.
I thought that would be one of your favorites, Mr. LA.
I enjoyed that one.
That's Cali vibe. So you don't like that because he dissing your boy.
But was it OD for him to do the West Coast beat?
See, I knew you see the sack tapping.
I'm saying it's a Cali beat. You've been on this broadcast saying that you like Cali music, West Coast music.
I do.
So why didn't you like Too Hard for the Radio?
It was cool. It was like I know why you did it, and I'm like I see, like, it's kind of like the thing where, like, I know you like to go represent other cultures, but I know what this is. This is like the grab. This is the quick grab. Well, they said I can't come to the West Coast, so I'm going to go to the West Coast. Cool. And I was just like, yo, it's a cool track. I'm not saying it's bad. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, a skip doesn't mean the song is bad. A skip just mean, like, I could listen to half of this and be like, okay, I know what this is. I don't need to finish it.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's fair.
I just go to the next. There was no real objection. I feel like it's a filler on the album. I think he has standpoints on the album that are so strong. Like the Make Them series on the album, all of them are fire. Make Them Cry, Make Them Pay, Make Them Remember, Make Them Know. Creativity at its highest regard, lyricism at its highest regard. I could tell these are your standpoints where you want to. This is your pop. This is like your introspectives on the tracks. And then you got the other moments on the album that are really good, which is like, you got the burning. I like the burning bridges. I like burning bridges.
Yeah.
That little where she at the end. It's just fly. It's just popping it. It's just popping it. And that's a diss, of course. Dust. I'm cool. I'm not a big fan of Ran to Atlanta. Ran to Atlanta. Obviously, I know what that's from. Yeah. We know that's off the back of
the Kendrick Lamar.
He runs to Atlanta to get his street cred.
Also, too, I don't care for the Future and Drake on Iceman. I'm not saying forever. Yeah. I just don't care for it on that track with that name.
See, I couldn't disagree more because it's like you gotta.
And Future ate that.
Future ate it. One, he really didn't have any features for real. Like
he didn't have no Future.
The little pop in of 21, the little pop in of Future. That's minimal, but Drake and Future for a lot of people is such a duo that we love and that we look for. That sense. Okay, I'm not gonna have no features, but the guy that y'all put me against that had 2 albums talking about we don't trust you no more. Yeah, I'm gonna have him on the album just as a F you to everybody else, and I'm still beefing.
JB, I'm gonna take this away from music and go into real life here. If me and you are cool, and I don't care for Charles. Charles, I care for you, cool. but I don't care for Charles. But Charles does something to make the next 2 years of my life hell, which is Charles got the feature from someone else that hates me.
Yeah.
Or like, let's say whatever case may be. I'm trying to make it to where it's like the reason why a lot of this shit even popped off is because of the first the Like That feature.
Mm-hmm.
And when it dropped. So like that's when all the hell kind of came out.
Yeah.
So what I think for me personally, I'm like, yeah, this looks a little weird, but I do understand that. I think this is more of a business move than they're cool.
But I mean, you had Metro. Did he produce pretty much that whole album or both of them? We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Metro was my op at this point. And Not Like Us was that on We Don't Trust You?
No,
Not Like
What
Us.
was on We?
But
he just had a verse on We Don't Trust You where he was dissing Drake. Didn't
Like
Kendrick
that.
have something? What was it?
Kendrick was like on Like That.
Yeah,
Kendrick
like
was
that.
on Like
So
That.
that's on Future's album. And Future, that's my man. So if
Yeah.
someone's dissing me on your album, you my mans.
But when you talk about Like That,
you're proving my point, which is that's what I'm saying. Like, so how do we get my man's with the ops? Then my man's is back on my album.
I don't feel like
making the play. That's why I say this is not a cool thing. I know what this
Yeah.
is. This is the business play. They could still not even give a damn about each other, but they both are two businessmen that can be like, we're gonna go make some money, and we'll figure the rest out later. And that to me strikes me as a Drake move. That to me strikes me as a Future move.
I think they actually had a conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like when it happened, when stuff died down, if he ain't talked to nobody, he ain't talked to obviously all the people he shouted out, but he talked to Future. And like even when you really go back to the Like That record, it didn't even have to get to Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm.
It could have just been y'all make a song, throw a shot back, y'all make a song, throw a shot back, and it could have just kept going. They did all out diss tracks after that.
Right.
But that song was just like it was a vibe, and he threw a shot at everybody.
And that's when
You
the
know,
roping started
it wasn't
to
nothing
happen.
crazier than
Right.
the verse when he called out everybody's name. Like it wasn't crazy as that.
But that was
Right,
the
but-
beginning
You know
of
what I
it,
mean?
and everybody roping together, everybody teaming up. That 20v1 included Future for him to just be included in that. And I think we're underestimating how close Drake and Future are. For how much they work together, how much they've been seen together. I don't think it's just a business relationship like, oh, okay, let's make some money, let's get on the
These niggas
song.
don't like each other.
I
What are
think
we
Drake,
what are we
you
talking
don't
about?
think none of these niggas like each other?
After what happened,
Hey, okay.
if you really don't fuck with him, you're not doing a song for a business.
But no, I
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I don't see that.
I as me and what I stand for as a human, I don't rock with that.
Yeah.
But if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything and you'll do anything for a check. I'm not saying that these guys hate. I'm just saying it's a little for me. It's like a little it's a little awkward. But like I see what you're doing here.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not even knocking the song. 'Cause I know what the song is. This is the Hit Chase. This is the Hit Chase song. Shout out to Molly Santana because she's fire on that song. To me, Molly Santana is the star of that song.
They got a lot of hits on that song because you still got Shebang. You got the intro that's breaking all types of records past Not Like Us for the most streams in one day.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Why was that the first comparison you went to?
Because what do
That's
you mean?
what the industry said. That
Yeah,
was
no,
like
no.
the first thing the blog
Yeah,
said.
like,
too,
well, why
bro.
was
that was number one. Now it's number two.
No, but I'm saying why was that? Why was that the first comparison that you went to? Is like, yeah, the intro is doing more than Not Like Us.
Because you were talking about hits and you were talking about that's a hit grab. And I'm saying that's not even the hit grab. The real hit grab is this. So much so that it passed Not Like Us.
Yeah.
The intro's not a hit grab though. No, so you're
Okay, a hit grab. So you can have a hit grab and then you can have actual hits. Is that what you're saying? You're making that distinction that this is a hit grab because they think it's going to relate to the people, and then they also have about 3-4 hits on there that are just
we know
hits.
what the song is, and for those we're talking music industry musicality here. There is the songs that you're making for a single, and then there's the songs that you're making for the project. Like when the projects are being made, and just I'm not an artist, but I work with a bunch of artists. I've been in radio for a little bit as well. Like like okay. That the intro was not the intro was not
A possible single.
Yeah, that's not a radio. That's not
It
even
wasn't
that's
a
not
radio,
even something that's
yeah.
gonna go to radio. It's just a good track. So it's
Yeah.
doing them. That's like since you brought up Mr. Lamar. That's like Money Trees. on Big Good Kid, Mad City,
which we love. And I think where we're getting mixed up, we're talking past each other. You're talking about singles, I'm talking about hits. And a hit don't got to be a single, and a single ain't always a hit to me because I don't like a lot of people's singles. So I'm looking for what's the best songs on the album. But the singles is like the
projected hits. Like if anything's gonna be a hit on this, we gonna think it's this.
That's all I'm saying. When I say the hit grab that they tried to make it was that's the future. That's Ran to Atlanta to me. I can tell that's the one that you'll send to radio.
Is that the Is that Reach Me? That's not that one.
No, Ran to Atlanta is Molly Santana, no Hannah Montana.
Yeah, y'all singing her part too.
She was the star of
the star of the song.
Yeah, that's not even my top 5 of the songs. It might not be.
It's not
one of my favorites at all.
It's not mine either. I just understand music.
We can move on from Ran to Atlanta, but the last thing is. That was like the ultimate response to the whole Run to Atlanta. And that was that was needed.
And the last thing I'll say, and that's why I say it's a good business move.
Yeah.
Now with their personal relationships, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But that Ran to Atlanta,
I just feel like at this point with the relationship thing, it's a line that's been drawn in the sand. Obviously, obviously, Future is on the right side of it with Drake. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it was like he can't be mad at him.
Yeah,
because if he was mad at him, he would have just been another person to get a shot.
I think they piece it up, and I'll be very surprised if I ever see Kendrick and Future work together again.
No, they won't.
Okay, so
I can't see that after this.
Do they even have any songs together?
Yeah, they won a Grammy off
the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah.
Well, nobody was.
Yeah, that wasn't. But that wasn't.
Nobody was checking for that.
It was.
It was just the movie.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, Joe. It's cool.
It was cool.
It's a cool little bop.
Soundtracks have actually gotten better over time
for sure.
But it seems like something like we're talking about how Road to Atlanta. That's like a business move, and that's to respond to this. We're talking about. Is it Too Hot for the Radio?
Yeah.
What is it? Whatever that track is, the more Cali one. That's addressing something, and I feel like sometimes people are. Almost being upset at him for being creative in a way of addressing everything. Like this song can be for this. Like this song can be for that. Like you can make songs on the album that address specific things, and that goes to the overall vibe of the album. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give you the Cali. I'm gonna make sure Future's on my album. I'm gonna give you I always put on a new artist. I'm gonna give you a Molly Santana, and I'm gonna blow her streams up overnight. Like these are the things that go into it. But I'm also gonna give you the perspective, the introspection. You want me to dig deep? I'm gonna do that as well. So he still gave you rap while still being very intentional with everything that's on the album.
Yeah. I'm just like, he didn't do anything that I did that was like
shocking.
You know? And then on top of that, like the whole album was a diss response. Like I love the album, bro. It was great. But I'm saying like now your whole album is this. Kendrick went drop another album after Not Like Us, and it has shit to do with Drake at all. And then you wait 2 years, and your whole album is about this nigga.
What percent of the album do you think is addressing the disses?
I mean, he got something about it.
Wait.
He got something about it in every song.
Give me a rough percentage.
75 to 80,
bro. He got at least 6 bars in every song about something from that.
6 bars in every which phase. That looks like about 30%.
But it's every
just because I mention it in every song, the amount of actual words that are going to it, I don't think will reach a 70-80%. Also, that's what's been going on in my life. Y'all have been screaming that I'm a pedophile in stadiums. This dude did a whole tour on the back of my name. He had a #1 song on the back of my name. People were dissing me. My friends were leaving me. I'm feeling lonely. Like, what else am I supposed to talk about if this is
multiple
what's going
songs
on in my
more
life?
than that one than off.
So then don't even talk about your daddy having cancer because you are worried about Kendrick more than that.
I'm telling you.
You're doing this the whole time.
So if he does a party song and he does a song for the girls and just for the kids or whatever, then we gonna blame him for that. Then if I get super deep about what's going on in my life, if I get super deep about what's going on in my life, which is the beef, which is friends and not knowing what did I miss about them being on that side and who's actually close to me and people trying to decide whether or not they're supposed to be my friends or not. Like, I'm talking about my real life experiences. Yeah, I'm struggling with loneliness. Yeah, I'm struggling with my dad and him having cancer.
But he always been struggling with loneliness, nigga. Thank me later. Fuck.
Thank Me Later
So
was
far gone. This nigga's been alone, bro. That's why we love him, because we was alone with him.
Yes.
He was alone on Take Care too. He was alone on everything.
Look, I think two things can be true at the same time. I think both of y'all are making like points on this. I will say, I do think most of this album, it's addressing all the elephants in the room. I do think most of the album, 80% of that album, is addressing how I felt about all these different people. Everyone got shots. A$AP Rocky, the whole creative part of Burning Bridges, where she at? That's talking about Rihanna. We're not gonna sit here and be like, Khaled got the bars. Ross, did Ross get bars? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did get bars.
Ross got bars. Joe Budden got bars.
Aiden Ross was streams before Aiden Ross was streaming.
So
that was crazy.
So like everybody got bars. Now here's my thing. I'm actually okay. We got that. This the album. This is what you wanted to do with this one, right? We all got it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Iceman. I do like the project. It's musicality wise, it's amazing. Bar wise, it's amazing. I see what you were doing with addressing everybody and everything. I'm rocking with it. Everybody on camera, because y'all, this is documented on this platform. That what I was talking about, who won the battle, direction, all that. I like Iceman. However, what I will say, I think two things can be true. I think now that it's addressed, that's it. It's addressed. Unless
Pinocchio comes back out and says something, then I gotta go right back.
No,
I think Kendrick's off that.
I think he's off that,
and then we off of it.
Well, because here's my thing too, and what no one's gonna want to talk about. I think both of them needed each other. Both of them need each other.
How I need somebody when I'm at the top my whole career.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Go ahead. I'm listening. My question.
I know where your brain is going because the OVO chip started working.
I'm a Kendrick fan too, as y'all know.
Yeah, look, we both fans of both. But yo, so this is I was having this debate with one of my partners. I said no one's gonna think about this right now, but did they really both need each other for numbers and all that? No, because they were both 1A and 1B. They both really didn't need each other. However, I will say this. From the battle part in 2024, when that did happen, I Like Us becomes a super smash. Kendrick ends up dropping GNX, has a Super Bowl moment, has the Grammys moment, it's like 5 or 6 songs off of GNX went number one at different points in time. From Squabble Up to Luther, and creatively, I think it put him in a different bag. Because the bag, I'm not saying it was all Drake, but let's just say he was already kind of working on some of that. And then it expedited, I think, a few things. I think on the flip side, my biggest thing had always been for Drake, because I felt a little decline in the music after For All the Dogs and everything. It was like, yo, he needs to go sit down somewhere. And what he was gonna do kind of around the time of 2024, before everything kind of popped off. And then afterwards, 2024 and 2025, you can kind of tell like he kept trying to still be in everybody's faces. When he actually went to sit down and create, we get more thought out music. We get more we get more of a creativeness that we haven't seen from him in a long time. So I will say from both of them, how we talked about one side doesn't work fast enough. He worked fast and actually gave you a great product. And we say how one side doesn't take enough time. When he took enough time, it popped off. So in a weird way, I'm saying they both needed each other, because they both it kind of lent to something they both weren't doing. And so that's all I'm saying. So in a weird way, they both kind of needed this. I think Drake needed the ego hit, and I think Kendrick needed to prove something to himself. But I don't think one is better or one worse than the other. I just think what ended up happening out of all this, as fans, we got some hell of music and some amazing storylines over the past couple of years. Now, with all that being said, now that everybody gonna get their chicken and their cheddar, because now that, hey man, look, I don't want to hear shit. I don't know who gotta have to sit down with the boy and who gonna have to sit down with the man from Cali. Hey man, yeah, it is what it is. Stop. Stop. Because when they've been sub-dissing each other their whole career. It's been 10 plus years of like sub-diss. It's 2026. They started doing this back in 2013.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the whole totality of the whole battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think from me personally, I did want him to address it. And by the way, I loved Iceman too, and I will be jamming it for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
But like, a little part of me wanted him to like go back to where like hit the mind, like the album type of views, and elevate there. And give me a full album and real rap and real everything, but he just gave me like a extended diss to everybody, you know. And it's hot, but I'm gonna be able to work out to it, but I'm not gonna listen to it forever.
When I hear it, I hear
you know
much
what I'm saying?
more.
It's not To Pimp a Butterfly. It's not Views. It's not.
I think it's better than all of those. Iceman is better than all the numbers that y'all mentioned in one, and I think that y'all are so focused on the beef because that's what everyone's talking about. But I think that album has so much more volume and depth to it than me just shooting shots at people. Go ahead.
No, my bad. I actually didn't want to cut you off. I actually wanted you to like finish that statement, but I think I need to sit longer with it. I can't say because I hate recency bias.
Yeah, it's early. It's early reactions.
So like, I'm not gonna say Iceman is better than a To Pimp a Butterfly because I'm not listening to him for the same things. I'm not gonna.
So far, do you think it's better? I'm not going to talk about To Pimp a Butterfly because we've had a long time with that.
Yeah.
But G and Next, how would you compare it to G and Next? And then we might not. No, we might talk about Kendrick the whole time, but we may go off of them after that.
Do I think
But G and Next versus Iceman? How do y'all rank those two?
I still have GNX over Iceman. And my biggest thing is I like concise albums. 18 tracks is still a little too long for me, but like I see why he did 18 tracks. It's a couple of skips, but like I understand the fillers here are still good songs. So I get what he was doing on Iceman. GNX to me right now, but I've also had the chance to sit with GNX longer.
Yeah,
GNX to me was like, oh, it's like you took the. I still got introspectiveness and I got hits. It to me on GNX, GNX to me has one skip and that's the Astro title track GNX.
Okay.
And also too, I look at that like that's the alley-oop that you did with your friends. Like if that's what you want to do, cool.
Yeah.
You don't even really rap much on the song. It's like when Drake put him on Buried Alive interlude on Take Care. If people want to say like, oh, I'm skipping that, it's like, well, yeah, it's not me. So.
And that's what I don't like about Drake.
Oh, shit.
I feel like back to the Buried Alive. I feel like at one point his music was of the style that welcomed in a Kendrick Lamar type rapper to be a part of that. Now he's not making that type of music for him to even be in that. He could have been on Views, but then after that, he's not jumping on these things. Like, you're not talking about nothing, bro. Like, you're going hard, but like, how hard are you gonna go?
JB,
you know what I'm saying?
JB, I'm gonna let you take the point here, but whatever you're gonna say, I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think I'm gonna agree.
I mean,
with you.
I disagree so much. I don't even know what to say. Y'all saying he not saying nothing when he's saying every. You're saying he's not saying anything when he's literally saying so much. And I understand it's new. It just dropped. We've only had it on our phones for a day or two, so I get that. But I think that this is a timeless project. I think that he addressed a lot of things. I think he addressed everything he needed to address, and I think that he and I want to have that conversation in a little bit as well as far as timeless and what makes a classic album. But I'll let you say if you had a point on that.
No,
first.
I think the point is, like, I wanted to agree with you, but I kind of don't. Like, I don't agree with the timeless part, but I do agree in a sense of saying that Drake, I said this to one of my peers too. Now, trust me, I done had multiple debates on the phone about this album for the whole weekend and ever since it dropped. From people, it's funny, you'll laugh, from people from here. For people from the West Coast. I was doing my journalistic thing. I was preparing for this conversation.
I like that.
Preparing for this conversation. But one of the things I will say is, if you expect Drake, I think Drake's life experiences has not let him be the same thought process as he was 10 to 15 years ago. So when he was talking about, I know what Drake you're talking about. We talking about Take Care, Nothing was the same. Views. He hasn't tried to be the lover boy in a long time. He hasn't had some of these experiences. He's been the guy for so long that I think in some of those old experiences when he was becoming the guy and now you are the guy, these are two different people.
Mm-hmm.
Not one bad and not one good. It's just he's two different people. So now when you get a project like Iceman, it's his 38 to he's 39. This is his 39-year-old version of introspectiveness from his point of lens from the gate. He's been so high up, and just in general, it's almost like we're not going to be able to relate to some of the relatability is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether he wants to come down and not come down, not like people are beneath him. What I'm saying is just like Jamie Foxx used to have this joke all the time. He said, "Yeah, I stopped being funny when I got behind that Hollywood gate."
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so like he's behind the embassy gate, and so I think the thing is with Drake now is like, yo, no, he's talking on his album, but his whole thing, his whole life for the past 2 years has just been consumed with this. I think there's probably like the nugget you get about his dad having cancer and some other stuff. You're not getting the story about Sandy anymore. You're not about his mama. You're not getting the story about. He's talked about Adonis, I think, to his degree enough. He'll bring up his son more. I think he brought up his son on his album.
Yeah.
But like, he's not. You're never gonna get like the tracks where he's talking about being in love no more. He's not even trying to find love anymore.
But he's
I don't
talking
even
about.
need those.
But he's talking about his love life on this album, and then we didn't even touch on the other two albums where it give y'all some of the stuff that y'all saying are missing from this one. Yeah, he talking about fucking, but that's what he's doing, and he's also paying for girls' rent and stuff. I'm just saying, y'all keep like,
Wait,
what is music supposed to be? It's supposed to be about your life. If my life is, I got a girl in every state, and I'm paying for this apartment, and she fucking a nigga in that apartment, that's my story to tell.
And I would say, side note, and I hate to agree with you on this, JB. He's been paying for people's apartments for a long time.
That's part of my life. I agree with you that he can get to a point where it's not relatable, but I think that if you take a step back, it doesn't have to be specific. Like, it's relatable for betrayal. Everyone's been betrayed before by somebody, so those feelings of betrayal can be relatable. People who've had success before and have been hated on for that success, that's another way that can be relatable.
On the betrayal, though, I will say this. The second part, I 100% agree with. On the betrayal part, I just got to say that I do think sometimes, I think in this case, I think that's the right message, wrong messenger. So in this case, a little bit. Not to say he ain't never been betrayed. I think he has been. But my mama always taught me this thing of like, it can't always just be everybody else. It might be you sometimes. So like, when the 20v1 thing was really coming out and all that, and this is not just battle, this is just observation. I was like, damn. What did he do to make all these niggas that mad? And some of it, people would be like, well, they just hating on him. He's the biggest, he's this, that, and third. And I'm like, I know a lot of people that have been very prominent in their field, not just music. I'm talking about sports.
Yeah.
Or a lawyer or things of that nature that you got people that are high earning, high popularity, and things of that nature. And yes, they do have haters. But then when the hate turns to like, nah, like everyone's saying the same thing about character. Nah, some of this might be.
What's that character that they're saying? Because I had a take until you said that. So what's the character that they're speaking about?
Are you talking about with Drake?
Yeah, what's the one thing that everyone's saying that everyone agreeing on about him?
It's wishy-washy. He's kind of flip-flopping.
It is kind of like you're not really that loyal.
Because you know who they're saying that about right now?
Who?
Cole.
So the thing that you think people have gathered around to hate on Drake for is that he's wishy-washy. I mean, he's cool with some people, then he's cool with them and go back and forth.
You are very good with words.
Or he say you
and how
really,
you are very good with words and how you took a sentence here, put it
I'm trying to
here.
get to the bottom of it because my point was that everyone who's that successful, I was a Kobe Bryant hater. Kobe was the greatest. Why am I hating Kobe? I was a kid. I don't fucking know why I'm hating Kobe. Because he's great. Yeah, because he's a winner. Exactly. People hate LeBron.
It was the Tom Brady.
So I think
it's a Tom Brady. Kobe.
Yeah, I hated Tom Brady for a little bit.
I could not stand the
That's what I'm saying. I do think a certain amount of success is going to breed a lot of haters.
Correct. I'm not denying that factor. But the one thing I think a lot of people used to hate Kobe for, and a lot of people used to hate Tom for, They were just hating them. They didn't hate them because of the person. They just hated them because they were winning. But it was kind of very evident that like people weren't speaking down on their character. The only time anybody said anything negative about Kobe is when that case came out. Like character-wise.
And they wasn't like necessarily nice guys.
Yeah, and they weren't necessarily nice people. If those were the kind of the things, cool. Cause even like Dot, don't nobody say he's like, they might say he's a good person, but no one says he's a nice person. Good person and nice people, I think, are two separate things. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think was like with Drake. I'm gonna go back to the original point. Was like, I think betrayal part sometimes is right message, wrong messenger. Sometimes it's because like even like when I hear the story of like why Metro doesn't like Drake, which is I'm like, yeah, that's actually a very good reason why I wouldn't mess with somebody. If my mom just died and you keep bugging me for a beat and you're almost like trying to force your hand on this beat, I wouldn't like you either. And I'm trying to deal with the death of my mom. You know what I'm saying? That to me is like a ooh, okay, that's one. But if I hear like 2 or 3 of those, I'm like, okay, that might just be you. You know what I'm saying?
The only problem I have with that is I feel like a lot of stuff that's been talked about Drake has been tied to fucking somebody bitch. And it's like, if you dealing with frivolous women, you can't be mad. Like, he didn't really... Did he? How much loyalty did he owe you? On her, because he wasn't the only one.
You talking about how much loyalty the Drake owns?
To these people.
What would Pluto do?
That's all we talking about.
He definitely fucking on this song. That's my brother. I fucked the wrong one. I ain't know this one you care about more than this one. She are mermaid.
He's like, bro, I seen you with 2 different ones.
In the lay of that land, you just got to know who your people is. That's like ooh, this is off of Drake and what we're talking about. But this is just some, when I say it, this is going to be some hoe ass shit. So, Simba, I don't know if you know the rapper Simba. Simba was doing an interview, and I actually I know his brother actually. Simba was doing an interview with, I think it was All the Smoke or somebody. And he was talking about how the game met his lady. The game met his lady, and then afterwards, after the game met, after the game met his lady, a couple days later or a week later, like the game was in his lady's DMs. To me, if you know me and we got a semi coolness, and this is my lady. Now these guys, if we talking about women with no homes, and I'm just talking about like women that are single, and these are just out in the streets. That's we all know that's a different game. But I'm like, hey man, I couldn't game. You could be a legend all day. I can't rock with you. Kind of like after that.
No, that's sucker shit to go. Even if you like a stranger, if you know you just introduced and I introduced you to my girl and you her DMs, that's crazy. Even if I don't know.
Crazy word.
But I will say this: what I think, like you said, like the Drake thing is around a bunch of women. I think it's like, yo, if you know Buddy, how Buddy get down, and if you know who the chicks are, I would say that you can't get mad in that game. Like that's a game you can't get mad at, and if that's the most of the people we're talking about, that's not the game that's happening. Future and Drake, I think that's what happened. Yeah, but that's not happening with Khaled. That didn't happen with Pusha. That didn't happen with Pharrell. That didn't happen with Pharrell. That's like inherited beef. But like that didn't happen with a lot of these people, and so I don't know, man. And this is not about. I'm not saying nothing wrong with Drake's character. I don't know the man. I don't know him from 2 but 2. I'm just saying from like me growing up, and I'm pretty sure we all kind of got similar backgrounds here with just respecting different things. Yo, if I mess up, if 10 people told me I mess up, the first 2 I might have to be like, F y'all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, I might have to be like, yo, there might be some validity to what y'all are saying.
I mean, it might be, but what is it? Like, what is the validity? That's what I want to know. Cause like, all right, let's break it down. You go to the Ross one. Ross said he blocked some with French Montana on a song or something like that. What? How many times did that happen with songs and all of that? And clearing stuff.
Yeah, that's like
how many songs has he done with French Montana? Like, do we even need another one?
Hey, low key though, I ain't gonna lie. Low key though, the Ross and Drake one was kind of funny because it was just a rich meme battle. Like Drake was like, "You just bought this little plot of land on Star Island." I said, "That plot of land like 10 million."
Yeah.
You talking about little?
And I feel like people like
home on Star Island. What are we talking about?
I feel like with Ross and like with something like a Joe Budden, like the beef don't feel real to me. Like how they be joking back and forth. Like it might be real beef between them two, but I feel like they would actually be friends if it ain't something little that's between them right now.
I just think it's just rich people problems.
It could be
because the thing is,
it gotta be.
Well, I think the thing with Drake and Budden is I think they have like this weird respect for each other in each other's fields.
Absolutely.
Because also too, like early on in Drake's career, Drake was trying to rap like he was a backpack rapper, and he studied the game with Joe Budden. Like a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Like Budden was nice.
Yeah,
he was.
But I think, to be honest with you, I'm not talking records. Not talking records. But just just bars.
Yeah.
Budden is a top 100 rapper of all time.
Yeah.
Right.
That Pump It Up shit just went.
It
did what it did. But he had a whole nother
move music 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But like that's kind of like the thing. But like those two dudes, I don't think they hate each other. I think it's like we got discrepancies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's happening, kind of going around here. But also too, in a weird way, it's gonna sound funny, I kind of understand. Not that everyone wants to hate on me, Drake part, but I think also Drake probably like, which I think this is where him and the short man actually have very similar thought processes here, which is like, I don't care to people please anymore. I think Drake just got there though.
Okay.
I think Drake just got to the point where it's like, I don't really care to people please anymore.
I don't think he's there. I think he did a lot of this for y'all. He like, look, I'm gonna give you all the rapping, and then now I'm gonna give you. So I'm gonna make sure y'all happy over here at the festivals with Maid of Honour. I'm gonna make sure all my R&B lovers are good with Habibti. That shit goes. We didn't talk about that at all.
Fans is different. I think fans is different because that's how you make your money.
Yeah,
but I'm just talking about like people pleasing that who's around him and his tier of people.
Okay. Well, I hope so. I'm about to be 40. Shit, I stopped doing that about 5 years. In my 20s. But it takes time. For
you think everybody goes through a people pleasing? Not this side now. I know that we talking music. You think everybody goes through like a people pleasing moment?
I think you're there until you get older.
I think it has to do something with your ability to make friends also.
Yeah.
Like your natural ability to make friends, bro.
Yeah.
Because everybody don't got it, so they go to that.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Yeah. I see
and
that.
then especially when you don't already, you from Toronto, you off Degrassi. We've been hearing this our whole life about Drake. His whole career.
You might be onto something. I don't want to just make this about him.
Yeah.
But with that's a good theory where it's like, if he didn't have the regular schmegular upbringing with a bunch of people around, that's why he tried to.
His industry friends are his friends.
Yeah, he might want to try to keep holding on to everybody. Whereas somebody else that like grew up in a kind of like semi-regular circumstances, but like, well, I got my friends. Like, I don't have to.
They got popping after they was already kind of more established in their life.
Yeah, that's like I'm gonna be real. Look at like Hove. To be honest with you, we hear Hove with like 4 people all the time. Bleak, Biggs, and Tata. Like that's the 3. It would have been Dame if Dame Dash just wasn't Dame Dash.
Yeah.
But like it would have been them 4 in Hove. But it's them 3 in Hove, and it's like I think everybody else who's around is just around now. But like,
well, Drake has the people he been with. He been with Chuz for a long time. A couple other people that I don't know their names, but I see him
right?
40 back. I'm talking about where he had it, all them people.
And it was like the same people that was in
headlines.
Yeah.
But see, here's my thing.
So he got his close crew.
Keep them.
Yeah.
Stop getting new people.
Welcome back, 40.
Look, stop getting new people. Keep them. Whoever them is, keep them. Because them the ones that's your people. Stop trying to, oh man, I thought these others were my guys. No, keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
But it's almost also like if you could tell from early in his career that he clearly was a student of rap.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you make it, you want DMX to like you, not say he hates you on the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? You want to be cool with Pharrell one day and get those beats. So whenever all of this stuff keep going left and it seemed like everybody hates you, then you start making songs like a lot of enemies, got a lot of enemies. That was a long time ago.
But you know what though? I
still got a lot.
But they always say you don't want your idols to become your rivals, and I think that's a real thing too. You'll meet certain people in your life in whatever career.
It's not what you thought.
Yeah, you'll meet whoever in your like career. Man, we can switch topics after this, but I do think this is just a funny point. So I was doing some red carpet interviews, bro. Like it's like 4 years ago for this TV show. This is in Atlanta, and it was an actress. I won't say her name because it doesn't really matter, but she's still on certain shows now. Kind of an older figure, and I knew her from this one. I knew her from this one movie that we've all seen back in the Gap. It was the Eddie Murphy movie. Okay, and I go up to her and I was trying to ask 2 questions. I always say something about the journey, whatever, in one question. And I remember I put the mic in her face, and I'm all giddy and happy. I'm 25 at the time, and she looked at me and said, "Why you gonna give me a question that I gotta?" She's like, "Why you gonna give me a question I gotta make a choice on?" That's a question.
Yeah,
you choose one.
She want to open ended, not a yes or no.
She choose one or the other, but it's still kind of like a response. Yeah. I'm holding the mic up like. I was like, I hate you now. Like now I strongly dislike you. Now every time I see you in a film, I'm like, ooh.
That's the plight of a good interviewer though, because good interview questions make you think as the person who's being interviewed, and you might not always have the answer. So sometimes the better the question, the harder they got to think.
And sometimes you just don't want to make a choice, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you though too, would it make you mad? It goes back to the idols thing, or like I'm not saying this person's an idol, but it's just like I revered kind of a little higher. I was like, oh, maybe not just her, but I'm like, oh, you're not that smart.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about her in this instance, but I'm saying like
but you are.
No, because I'm about to jam you up. I'm like, you ever ask somebody a question, and it could be anybody. I'm not jamming you up on anybody guess, but I know you've been to South by, you've done street interviews. You ever had to ask somebody a question and be like, bro, I can't even put this dumbass answer out.
Oh, all the time. That's why you can edit. Yeah, you can edit. But back to the music. Another segment we're rolling out. Well, our first segment that we're rolling out for season 2 is Hot Take of the Week. So anyone have any hot takes they want to express today?
Giveon should have pushed his album back.
What I put on that board? Some artists need to stop making music.
Some artists. First of all, why? One at a time. Why you say Giveon need to push his album back?
I mean, in his defense, he had no way of knowing that Drake was gonna drop an R&B album as well. But even with all of the hype behind Iceman, when he finally said what day he was gonna drop it, like. The world kind of does stop when it Drake out. Like, regardless of what you into, the world stops. So why not at least get some legit first week numbers for yourself?
Meanwhile, Lucky dropping on the same day. I listened to about half of Drugs Are Bad. I don't know if y'all fuck with Lucky or not, but
I haven't got to
a little bit, but I'm not too familiar. I'm a little familiar.
Okay,
but I wish he should drop the next week.
Yeah. You gotta get out. You gotta get out the.
Because I want to listen to that, but I don't have time.
But you know what?
It's still gonna be there though in a week. But yeah, the whole promo to roll out, it can be shadowed by something.
And also too, I feel like I don't know what label he on, but if I'm the label, I'm doing some math. I'm like, we just did all this money on this rollout. You think we're gonna drop this day and lose some money?
Yeah.
And next week,
somebody,
because someone, if you got the C-list artists on the label, no offense. You can push them back to push the narrative for Giveon. That's on the A tier.
So your hot take was everybody shouldn't be making music. Now that's a warm take unless you got a name. Then we can make it hot.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
So you're talking about are you talking about famous people? Or you talking about people that's still trying to make it?
Nah, it could be both. So
you can put a name on a famous person that shouldn't be making music, or no?
Nah, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm not doing that yet.
Okay.
No, I'm still keeping it PR. I'm not gonna be a PR nightmare yet.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a PR nightmare.
I'll piggyback off of that statement and just say with the access that we have now, that we can literally go set up over there, make a song right now and put it out and get on Apple Music, yes. But maybe it's not that artists need to start recording, but there needs to be like some kind of border you gotta cross before everybody can hear it.
Gatekeeper.
Not crazy like it used to be, but like, God, like, yeah, it's too much.
I think I feel this way about everything in life, not just music, but I feel like abundance is always good. So I want to see everybody's painting, everyone's music, everyone's sculptures, even if it's not good, because the cream always gonna rise to the top. So, but I like the fact that it's easier and easier to put out music.
Would the NBA still be as good if it was 50 teams?
Well, no, it's the same amount of teams, but everyone's hooping. So everyone's doing AAU, everyone's doing high school.
If it was 50 teams in the NBA, would the NBA mean as much? Because now,
hold on, JB, he's cooking.
Now he's
cooking.
We got more Charlotte Hornets. We got 10 of the Charlotte Hornets now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're looking at it differently. You're saying we got 10 Charlotte Hornets. I'm saying the G League just got really big, and the AAU and
yeah, but they still big. Not the NBA.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's almost like, let's give Apple Music and Spotify, let's give them NBA status, and then stay over on SoundCloud, bro. You can get over here whenever we decide that you belong here, bro.
Who is the we?
That's the part that we got to figure out.
WeTM.
Because it can't just, you know, that is the part we got to figure out.
From WeTM.
But you got to keep the NBA, bro.
So I said it as like a loose statement, but it's for the dialogue of this.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that, like a lot, I feel like some artists should start making music. One of the things I've been noticing a lot lately is that music is people's default to, they think music has turned into a hustle instead of it being an art.
So I agree with that.
And so what's happening now is like people are getting in. I'm trying to hustle and get this quick bag. So like I got a couple of numbers on this. I'm gonna do the music, and I'm like, nah, because now we're diluting the art of actually making music. So like you'll have an influencer, and some of them have made the proper transition over, like the Platboy Maxes, the DDGs, but they're also taking the time to actually get into the craft and become artists. Doja Cat, for example. But like there's certain people that I've seen that are like, oh, I got 800,000 followers and I'm popping in this light, and then I'm gonna go try to drop a song and y'all should like it just because y'all like me. But it's like the song's not good. It's not the case. And so and I think that's kind of my thing, is it's a strong worded thing to be like, it's not necessarily gatekeeping, but I do think there is a dilutedness right now. I don't even know this word, but like it's
the music industry is being diluted.
The music industry is being diluted, and so a lot of music crosses my desk. You know, we're both in the media game, so I'm pretty sure a lot of music hits your desk. A lot of music hits my desk, and I love to big up people who got good music, and I love to even talk to people who music I might not necessarily care for, but I'm like, here's why. I might not be your cup of tea of an audience. Right. I'm not going to tell you to stop making. I'm not going to tell that person specifically to stop making music, but I do think now what I'm noticing, if I see your intention is like not to care for the music, and you just trying to make it the hustle, I don't want that. That's just like if we go with art, like you was talking about. I want to see people's paintings. Well, I don't want to see your painting if you took 3 strokes of your paintbrush and be like, well, I'm a hustler. I know I seen some bullshit on this wall before. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and just bullshit this canvas just so I can try to make a quick dollar.
Right. No, we agree that if you don't have a love for it, passion for it, and you're just doing it for the money or the woman or the fame, whatever, then you shouldn't be doing it. So if we exclude those people, and now it's still this overpopulated amount of people that are giving music, putting out music, what I think is, the way I see it is like if you see an ocean and there's gold, or we think about a ground, there's gold and then there's also rocks. And back in the day, there used to be the NBA analogy. There used to be a certain amount of gold and not that many rocks because you really had to try hard to have that gold. Now I think that there's more gold, but there's a lot more rocks. So I'm okay with us getting more rocks on top of our gold if we still getting more and more gold.
But also too, I think what's ended up happening is I don't think we're getting a lot more gold, but I also think it's because of this. And I know the point says I think some artists need to stop making music, but I will also caveat that with I think we also need more artist development.
Yeah.
Oh, artist development is
They used to be
gone.
a whole nother
Yeah.
thing. I mean, like, if we got her before, it wouldn't have been this.
Yeah.
But, like, her was in the paint, putting in work like Kobe for a long time,
Yeah.
bro. And when she finally came, it was everything.
I'll
You know what I'm
even
saying?
I'll even look at it like I'll keep it on what we talked about first in two camps. I look at let's talk two different camps, two different sides of the country, but still same thing. Let's talk YMCMB, and then let's talk TDE.
Okay.
Both these camps should be studied for artist development. They developed YMCMB. They developed Nicki Minaj. Cash Money developed Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Wayne developed Drake. You know what I'm saying? Wayne also developed Tyga. We don't talk about Tyga enough. But
Do we? I think we talk about him enough.
I love your music
Yeah,
videos,
we-
Tiger. I used to love them.
We talk about
videos.
Tyga enough, bro.
Okay, sickos. Got it.
I mean,
Respect.
It ain't like he had a crazy
lime and
career,
the coconut twisted all up.
but Like I said,
Rag
I
City.
love the music videos.
Rag City, bitch.
Yeah.
And so, but like these people, these artists were developed. And then on the other end with TDE, about to say Adopt, J Rock, Schoolboy Q, Doechii, SZA, Knight, Isaiah Rashad, et cetera, Sir, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These artists were developed, and you actually, and then we can go over to QC and be like the Migos developed, and Lil Yachty got developed, and the Lil Babies at one point in time that was under QC got developed. These were artist development to a
Yeah.
tier, and this is just hip hop. We're not talking about the Motowns. We're not talking about the old days and stuff
Right.
like that. But that's how you got an extreme quality of music, even if the music in the beginning wasn't great. I think what's happening now is since the music is hustle, you don't ever try to develop your hustle. Sometimes you develop what you love,
Yeah.
but you're not develop what you're trying to get a quick buck out of.
Yeah, and I think right now it's you got to give a lot to social media because the trailer now is in front of the truck to where it's like it used to be the record labels looking out and finding an artist and they're saying, okay, you have talent. Now let's do that artist development. Let's make you big. Let's give you the numbers online. Now it's okay, who's popping, and I'm gonna get them, and then let's see why they're popping and do a little more. So the hustle is the new development because everything's backwards. Now that's not good. We can all agree on that.
That's
but
true.
for an artist that's listening, that's trying to get there, you have to be your own artist development to a certain extent, or have a team around you that's going to do those things while you're still trying to do the hustle of get the numbers up so I can get noticed.
Like-
or be willing to get noticed and then chill for a second. Because you gotta, to a certain extent, chill for a little bit to get developed. But if you get noticed on a high enough level, you're like, no, I can't stop. So you don't have time.
But that level that you're talking about is way up here where most people don't even go past, like right here. So to get noticed is a lot of that hustle and that stuff that we may not like, a lot of
Yes.
TikToks and a lot of whatever to try to get way up there till you can have the luxury to, okay, let me sit down because, I got some fame now.
I think it's truth to both of them. I think sometimes what's really happening right now is that like these artists are coming in and people are liking their raw talent, which is cool. But what, like you said, the labels. Let's say the labels are the hustle now, which I think they are. The raw talent doesn't last a long time, and so what's happening is it's like they've already been hustling. I do think, even if you're hustling at a high degree and it's just raw talent, I do think there's a time period to where, like, even if people don't notice it, you need to go sit in that corner and be like, okay, let's develop you as an artist. What is your look gonna be like? You want to keep this sound or you want to go different? How do you want your tours to look? How do you want your performances to look? How do you want your story to be portrayed? By say, what do you want? Like all these little pinpointed things, right? That artist development had last year, had back in the day. I remember in an interview, Ty Dolla $ign talks about, Leon Thomas is signed to Easy Money, which is Ty Dolla $ign's label. Ty Dolla $ign say Leon came into the meeting when he was talking to, I guess, the major label that Easy Money has a partnership with. Leon came in with a PowerPoint. These are my colors. These are my sound. This is my look. This is my feel. This is my
developed
this,
himself
this is my
before he got there.
Right. And so, but we don't know. He might have sat with a couple of people.
Right.
Hey, this is what I'm trying to do.
He came from Nick, right?
But see, he already had got developed.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, because he came from Nickelodeon, so he might have already been developed in that sense. And I think what's happening is now, like, we getting a lot of artists, that's the progression of music, because there are music schools and all that, but it's the one industry where it's like that and acting, where it's like arts is subjective. So how you get in, it's not like
how you stay in.
Yeah, and it's not like the NFL where it's like, okay, to get to the NFL, traditionally, I have to go to college and I have to play for 3 years. And then I'm able to get into the draft.
Yeah.
The NBA, there's an exact way you can get in. Well, it's two ways. I can go overseas and ball, and from ball overseas, then I get in the draft, or I go to college 1 year, do that, and I get to the league. You know what I'm saying? So they have structured ways. The ways musicians get in is a little different. But I do think the development part sometimes gets dropped because of now, like I said, the opposite hustle. The sometimes the powers that be, or may not be, will be like, oh yeah, I see the flashing lights and I see the numbers and all that, and that's fine. But it's like, that's cool, one off. We don't know if that's gonna last forever. In a day, like that's where the development comes in, and also too, this goes back to that saying, you know, why some people need to stop making music. It's because I don't think a lot of people have that passion to really work and to stay in it long enough to figure that part out.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. At the end of the day, the rules have changed, the game has changed, so you have to adapt accordingly, but you got to keep the main thing. And for you, if you're an artist, then that means the music and the artistry around your music and performing and all that stuff. So no matter if it's TikTok, no matter if it's Instagram, no matter if it's arts development, you got to focus on making the best music you can, and then everything else should be supporting that, not being the main thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, just to flip it a little bit.
Well, no one asked me my hot take yet, so I'm gonna tell you my hot take, and we can get in and get out because we already ended our Drake talk. But my hot take of the week is Drake's discography is better than any other artist, and that gap is getting wider and wider.
All time?
All time. There's not a single
any
artist
other
that has
artist or any other rapper.
Any other artist.
So you think
Drake has the best discography out of any other artist to ever walk on this earth, and the gap is getting wider.
This is where I think the sack tapping is now starting.
That's crazy.
It's a hot take. I said hot take, not warm take.
That
It's
shit
a hot
is
take.
sizzling. Like, you ever been to a Mexican restaurant and you get the little fade and they like wash your hands?
Yeah, who's close to me is a Kanye West. Obviously, you have a Michael Jackson.
For the fact that you say close.
That's who's close
all right,
to
that's
me.
me and we team.
If there's
It's out
other
the mud.
artists,
We got Rashad McCants. It's out the mud.
Nigga said
it's a hot take for a reason. One, art is subjective. We know that. But I do want to hear y'all's opinions on, okay, if not Drake has the best discography, then who has it better? There's a couple names that I would accept, like a Kanye West.
Michael Jackson.
yeah,
Michael-
the two that you said for sure.
Michael Jackson. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't listen to Michael Jackson at close to the amount I listen to Drake, and I don't think you do either.
I do. No. If you
What albums of Michael Jackson are you still jamming in 2026?
Off the Wall. I also grew up with older parents, brother. Like Mike Jack, the Michael Jackson,
Okay, so we got Michael,
Gary Indiana,
Michael, Kanye. Any other names I want to
Neverland, nigga.
It's my opinion. I'm open to other names being ahead of him for other people. I'm saying for me, it's him being one. And then I'm thinking I see not a Kendrick. I see a Kanye and I see a Michael. I want to see if there are any other names that are even in the same position as him.
You think okay? So you don't revere Hov's discography that high?
Not on the level of Drake. No. You got to have a couple classic albums, and we can talk about what classic means. But I'm talking about classic albums.
All right, so
that's a hard bar.
Hold the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't say Drake don't got no classics. Please.
I'm not. No. He does. how many classics does Drake have? To you. Then to you.
I'll say 4.
Ooh.
I'll do Take Care, Thank Me Later, Views, and I'll say Iceman. Since we're talking about it, we can do Certified Lover Boy as well.
A 2-day classic. A 2-day classic.
So let's talk about what makes a classic.
All right, hold on. Let me give mine first, and then you can give yours.
Yeah.
And then we can get back to it.
What?
We've lost Shep. Where's my camera? We lost Shep.
So I don't know how I'm coming off to the world today, but I actually do really fuck with Drake, like hard as hell. I would say Take Care, Views, and Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah, I didn't even.
And
say
I would leave
was
it
the
at
same.
that. I would leave it at that. As
You
far
said
as
Take Care, Views,
classic album.
Not Thank Me Later.
Nah, and I love Thank Me Later. It was great. It was a great moment in time to have some wonderful songs on it. But classic, I'm going them 3. And Take Care kind of starting to like wear off for me a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So here's okay. Okay, because the Iceman shit made me mad right there, and I like this project.
He said Iceman.
Wait, so you asked me a question. You asked me how many. I gave you 4. We'll say 3. Whatever. We'll say from 3 to 6 is a fair range.
6?
From 3 to 6 is my range. It could be 3 to people. It could be 6 to people. A classic album to me. Let me tell you my standard of what a classic is. Let me tell you my standard of what a classic is. Let me tell you my bar. Okay,
So
give yours, and then I'm gonna tell you what's a
Drake
classic album to me, so y'all know how I judge albums.
Take Care.
Okay.
Nothing Was the Same.
Okay.
I gotta throw Views in there, but there's I have a personal biasness here for why Views.
Okay.
Because Child's Play, even though people might not revere that's one of my favorite songs of all time.
I get that.
I rock with Child's Play tough. But I got those
6.
You said Nothing Was the Same, Take Care, and Views.
Same as I said.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with 3. We can progress it. The number don't matter.
We cannot progress it.
No, wait.
I'm saying that's the range. Well, I want to let him finish before I give why I'm saying
actually, that. Ooh. Because I'm trying to think about which one I care about more personally. Because Thank Me Later is a really good album.
And we don't even gotta. We getting caught up on the wrong thing.
No,
the number of classes is whatever you want it to be. Then whatever that next tier is, he fills up that next tier. Like he has the SAB, where people would be like S B D. Okay, another A, and then be done. So whether you think it's 3 or 5 or 2, it don't matter.
So hear me out. I think classics. I'm going 3. I'm going 3 classics. I'm going right under the classics in the other tier of just really good projects.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have So Far Gone, and then we have Thank Me Later.
Not Certified Lover Boy.
Certified, to me, I don't know. It didn't age like I wanted it to.
Okay.
And
You seem hurt.
No, art's subjective. So I love hearing people's opinions, and I don't want us to have the same opinion.
Well, because I think CLB. I remember in the moment, like with my partners and I, like we stopped, like because I had the CLB leaks. I had the stuff that didn't come, some of the stuff that didn't come out, whatever. Mm-hmm. I remember that I was so highly anticipated. We were listening to it, and the first night or two, recency bias is why I was talking about the Iceman part. We were like, bro, this is like the best shit this nigga's ever dropped. This is the best thing Drake's ever dropped. Then kept listening. I was like, no, it's still good. I think we was kind of tripping. Because we had that with a couple of albums. Mm. We had that with a Brent Faiyaz album. We had that with a few albums where we were...
Not Wasteland.
You think Wasteland's a classic? I'm not saying it's not. I'm just...
It had a couple of skills. It had like maybe 2 skills for me. Let's not get into it right now.
I ain't gonna lie, because
let's not get into it.
No, because waste your time.
I'm still mad at him.
Well, okay, let me say what I think is a classic album while we're talking about it. How I judge a classic album is basically if it's timeless. If when I listen to an album 10 years from now, am I still gonna like the album like I liked it 10 years ago? And I think that Drake, as well as a lot of other artists have certain albums that this sounds good, and I think this is always gonna sound good. And then there's other albums where, yeah, this was good where it came out. Like for you, maybe CLB would be that. And then later on, it's like, it's not really having that same feel. But a lot of people's music, a lot of people's albums, the majority of it, that shit dies within a year or two, and we not playing it no more like we coming back and playing these Drake and Ye projects.
All right, so but you like disproving your own point when you say like what you say about Michael Jackson, because you don't jam it, but boy, if rock would you come on?
I said MJ and Kanye. I said any other
but you
names.
was like, but do you really listen to Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I'm asking you because I don't.
But it doesn't matter because when rock when you come on, you're gonna rock.
That's a single, not an album. I'm not saying if you go to the greatest hits of Michael Jackson and play it. I'm saying, are people still going to all these different albums of Michael Jackson and playing them start from finish? I don't think so.
Shit.
I don't know about that.
And because I can hear a Liberian Girl on whatever.
Michael got great songs, but we talking about classic projects where we putting that whole project on. And
I can start.
And again, this is someone who I said I'm okay with being on that list.
I can start Bad from top to bottom and be good. I can start Thriller from top to bottom and be good. I can start Off the Wall from top to bottom and be good.
Okay.
I can actually start Dangerous top to bottom.
Okay, so do that with a different artist, because I keep saying MJ, they good with me.
So
I'm saying who else?
I guess since neither one of y'all want to say it, I enjoyed all Kendrick's albums. Matter of fact, Mr. Morale was probably my least favorite, and I think every single other one is a classic.
So
except GNX is more of a West Side classic to me, but.
Don't even put.
But
I'm a Kendrick guy. I'm gonna be real. I think
replay value.
I think Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City is a classic. Mm. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is a classic. I think it's an art classic. And I don't want to.
I think it's one of the best albums.
He got
of all
3,
time.
and there's no argument. There's no argument in my book for him to have more than 3. As far as Kendrick, he got Damn. He got Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly. Ain't no 4th one on there that's even in the
Section 80 is close. If you're gonna throw So Far Gone in it, then we gotta put Section 80.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Tier 2.
I'm gonna throw G for me.
I didn't put So Far Gone. I put Thank Me Later, but same thing. Same difference.
I'm gonna throw G next in there.
Yeah,
I've had enough time to sit with that album.
Well, that's what we ended. If we saying GNX is a classic album, we can end the conversation right there. That was my hot take that Drake is a different league. Let me know who you think rivals with Drake as far as the most classic albums. Again, I'm okay with Ye. I'm okay with MJ and probably some other names, but I need to hear those names. Kendrick's not one of those names.
I know this is your show, but I got to make a point real quick.
Make a point.
Wait, no, which is like not because I'm thinking about. Okay, I'm thinking about Drake albums, right? After Views, More Life is not a classic.
No, it's not.
More Life is not a classic.
It was a compilation.
Scorpion to me
but
is.
Remember, I didn't say the most classic. I said the best discography. So whatever tiers it is for you, I'm just saying he has more in that upper echelon. One is just the quality, the quantity of the quality. Because yes, there's quality over quantity, but he also has a high quantity of quality. I personally think
More Life is his miss.
More Life is his miss?
I think More Life is his miss.
It was a compilation.
Even if it is, I mean, it's More Life is better than most people's 4th best album, and that's his like 6th or 7th best.
And then, and I
love Dark Lane Limo Tapes. I like some sexy songs for you. Like if we just talking about tiers, I'm talking about the whole discography.
Dark Lane Limo Tapes was probably his one.
That shit was fire. That's exactly kind of what he came back and gave you with Iceman. Like
I'll give you credit.
More Life. I don't want to count it as an album, but as a project,
it is
down there too.
That's not a tape. It's not a mixtape.
I wasn't Certified Lover Boy crazy.
I'm fine. Were you? If you're reading this is too late crazy,
yeah, I was.
It's usually one of those sides. So that's your Certified Lover Boy. I'm talking about if we're comparing, like where I rank Certified Lover Boy is where he probably ranks. If you're reading this is too late.
I actually rock with. I rock with If You Reading It Was Too Late.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of people's one of their A's for Drake. For me, that's probably like a B. But
you know what though too? Someone made this comparison. I'm not saying this is how I think, but this is actually a very funny thing someone said on the internet. Now, if this starts an argument here, I didn't start it.
Yeah.
But someone was like, Drake will score 35 points, but he's also shooting the ball 55 times.
I saw that take, actually.
And I know that's going to piss you off. I have no opinion on it. It kind of made me laugh whenever I saw it. I was like, that's an interesting take.
But when you could look at it like the person that does take all of those shots in the game, like what Kobe said. I'm in practice early. I'm in practice late. I'm not passing these guys the ball.
I don't trust them. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So I mean,
especially when it's music where my shots don't affect your ability to take a shot. Like I can put out 10 albums, you can still put out however many you want.
I will venture to say that the run that Kendrick had has been the best run people have had in hip hop without Drake like not doing something. Like Drake gives us the best moments in hip hop over the last 10 years. Like when Drake's out, everybody's out.
Yeah.
So Kendrick having that moment there, like that was cool. We all loved it. And he had other moments, but Drake was always right there in all his other moments. When To Pimp a Butterfly came out, Drake had also dropped some fire shit at the same time.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
and that's a good point as far as the bias of just being big for that long. Similar to like LeBron, to where okay, he's 39, putting up whatever average he is, and it's like, oh, okay. But it's like if you compare that to another player, that's still he did better than Shy when they lost OKC. So it's like we talking about Drake and some of these projects, like that was okay. Well, yeah, because you're comparing it to goddamn Take Care. But it's still, if we compare it to other people's artists, it still is a tier above most of them.
Now I'm gonna say a Take Two. I think honestly, dog, rap needs to thank both of these guys.
Yeah,
we need them both
because that's something. Yeah, it's the new version of Mike Jack and Prince. No one wants to really talk about it because everybody kind of has a favorite of like which one. I like this guy better. I like this guy better. And I'm like, dog, you need both because you need the streets to be fed, and you need the music in the clubs, but you also need to be able to think. The storytelling, you need your soul fed. And I'm not saying both. It's funny because like both can kind of do what each other does. I think they choose not to. I think Drake, if he wanted to be extra, like I want to make an album that's specifically on this one topic, Drake can do that.
Yeah.
And then
he did it just now.
Right. And I think if Kendrick
did it 3 times all in one day.
No, he didn't. No.
What do you mean? Habibti was R&B love. Maid of Honour
if
was.
You don't get your big old right foot stomp, left foot stomp on some of them songs.
Yeah, what we talking about? Maid of Honour?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't say it was for me.
Yeah, like
Maid of Honour definitely has some
when he was
skills.
talking about walking the circle K and all that. Side note.
But
no, I'm gonna get to that take. But I was gonna say just to finish the thing. I think both can kind of. I'm not saying both can do it to the level of each other can do, but I realized was like both can kind of do what each other wants to do, but both are in their own lanes. Is what rap, especially hip hop, needed to be like. You needed the fight. You needed Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. You needed Prince and Michael Jackson. You kind of needed them. I don't think they were personally put against each other. I think naturally they just got pit against each other because they were both 1A and 1B. And I think...
And we didn't get it from Jay-Z and Wayne. They just kind of... So somebody had to do that.
That would be an interesting battle right there.
Someone had to do it, and I'm not going to lie to you. True. And let's talk about the longevity of them two.
Yeah.
I think Drake's run starts in 2009. Like his real run is like 2009. I think Kendrick's run starts really... 2010, 2011-ish. Okay. Both of these are long tenures. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I just want to appreciate both of their art. Yeah. Now, right now, it's Iceman time. So we've appreciated Dot's art beforehand. It's Drake's time. He's doing what he needs to do. Now, with that being said, I think Drake is very strategic and smart how he got out this deal. Because if I'm the label and I would have got that sexy red left hand stomp, right hand stomp, I'm hot that he turned in some booth.
That was the first song of the album of all the albums.
But you know what I think he did? This is what I put in my group message. I said I think Drake has some leftover songs from different things, and that's how you got Habibti and Maid of Honour. And I think on there are some ideas that are actually well thought out, like Classic on Habibti is gonna be one of them. That should be a radio song.
What song?
Classic.
Oh, Classic.
Classic actually.
Right there, my Habibi.
It actually give you like I'm like
a 90s R&B. No.
Oh, dang, that's crazy. That's the one y'all like because that's one of the ones that I not that I didn't like it, but that was one of my least favorites.
Oh nah, no.
That's one of the few I didn't.
I know it.
Didn't even star.
I'm not gonna lie to you. To me, that's a hit. Classic is a hit because it's a nostalgic feel, like kind of like how he gave us Nokia. Like when he kind of dips into that like art, it's like an artsy creative bag of like, yo, this is semi left for you, but you know how to make this work. And that with that type of beat, everything like that. Because the first part is him, and then the second part is more sample, and I think like a feature we don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, I can. This is 9:30 at night. I'm driving. I'm going to the shorty crib, or this is after the club music. Or like this is 1 a.m. You found your person, or you came with your lady. Y'all both had some drinks, and now it's bump and grind time. Like that's what that classic gave me. I'm like, yo, that's radio. That's a hit.
I'm not mad at it. The standout for me was "Slap the City" with Quinn Dresser. Very beautiful song. Classic is a beautiful song as well. Very traditional.
I like
R&B
the low
kind
shimmy
of
joint.
Also, I was about to say that's what I was saying. I'm spent with low shimmy. But that project, I think right now is being overshadowed because obviously Iceman is the standout. But I think that's another one. I think
Maid of
will
Honour
get a
is the
lot of
worst one,
runs.
Maid of Honour is the worst one.
Well, it's the least for us.
I
mean, you didn't necessarily love Honestly Nevermind, I'm sure.
You know, actually.
And it grew on you, just like this one may be when you got your shorts on and you feel some sand in your feet and you all around certain people and we vibing and we...
Hold on, look, don't point at me, JB. I'll point back.
Point back. I'm just saying, me and Charles have been in some places where if Maid of Honor came on, we would enjoy it. In the right environment.
But it's also the attempt.
You feel me?
But it's also the thing. I think
I'm gonna catch a wine to whatever song
but
that.
I think he put the songs that like weren't the best from Honestly Nevermind on Maid of Honor, and I'm like, these is it.
Yeah.
These is it. Okay. Honestly Nevermind, like the ones I like from there, I'm like, oh, they just go.
Yeah.
Side note, I am like a house music. I put on Instagram. I said this is to me. I want to be like a house music summer. But not all type of house music, like black house music summer. I'm okay with that. Like the spaces I like to be in right now.
Yeah.
I like that type of feel, like a little more artsy, creative spots.
And it feel better in those places.
It does.
Where they not playing.
Side note, if you are in these artsy, creative spots, I'm not going to name some of these establishments because they, WeTM, they ain't send you no bread yet. So
I show love. I don't need no bread. If you got a place that's dope, if it's actually dope, then go ahead and shout them out.
Man, y'all, if y'all at Bald Kitty, man, and that's kind of artsy, that's eclectic and all that, and we love that. Yo, the Waist Bead Energy people, we need y'all to have deodorant on this summer.
Oh,
like
man.
real talk.
I don't know where you going.
Nah, some of y'all because some people try to get away with just be like, I'm gonna just use sea moss and I don't use real deodorant. It's like, yo, we live in Houston, Texas, bro. Like humidity is a real thing. Yeah, I don't need y'all. Some of y'all be tart.
And that joint be hot a little bit.
It be hot over there.
Yeah, put on your deodorant, and if you need to listen to Maid of Honor, you don't know where to start. Just check out that. I like road trips, but also check out that span between which one, Amazing Shape, and BBW.
It's like
that
a dirty
little
lock
sprint right there is fire for Maid of Honor.
To be musty,
bro.
Like, you don't have
but you know it'd be and it'd be like a person with like it'd be like the shorty with like the no waist. With the waist beads, but then you look up, it's like a dirty lock, a thrifted shirt, and then you just like you do like you in line. And
you
like,
just lost all the Erykah Badu fans. Like they was like, no, fuck this guy.
No, but the Badu fans,
the rock girlies,
the Badu fans the Badu fans use deodorant. It's a certain.
Natural deodorants, they may be getting better. I don't know. I've been with. I
think some of them work, but you know what I'm. Y'all, to do with none of this. Y'all know the smell. I'm talking. We all know what. Disregard the person. We all know what a tart person smells like. Y'all, I've walked out the house and forgot some deodorant before. It was like, nah, I need to stop at CVS.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I go around some people and someone that I'm cooked. If that's the case.
Yeah. Right. Make sure y'all get y'all deodorant right. We're going to end, as we always going to try to end, with a sleeper of the week. With WeTM, we like to put up-and-coming artists on, artists that you may not know or be too familiar with yet. So we're going to do sleepers. My sleeper is J Mac, also known as My Name Isn't J Mac. Very cool, jazzy, soulful beats and production. Very lyrically gifted and just a vibe. Someone that you want to check out. He's on the up and coming. You probably heard him with a couple songs with Tommy Richmond and it's someone that you can vibe to or really just listen to the lyrics and relate to.
I talked about you about this guy. He's been out for a little while now, but I feel like he's still flying under the radar, and that would be Destin Conrad.
You think Destin under the radar? Yeah, I can see that. Let me shut up. I like Destin.
I mean,
for some people,
it's
may
like
be.
music lovers.
Yes.
But like,
I
if
see what
you
you're
just like looking for something that you haven't been listening to,
That's Destin.
I'll go Destin.
Not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna go local. This artist, she's been moving and grooving out here for a little second. Jana J. I don't know if you've ever heard of her.
Mm-hmm.
I actually grew up with Jana, but she's been moving out here. She's got songs with AJ McQueen.
Okay.
She's got a couple of singles that are really fire out here. And work ethic. You know, we was talking about artists and artist development. She's been developing over the years and this, that, and the third. I remember, I think in high school, she won a singing competition and Kaylani FaceTimed her during that.
Wow.
So she's been, she's around my age, so like she's been popping a little bit for like a second. What I mean by popping, like popping her stuff and singing. But she, over the time, she's just been growing fan base, growing catalog, and just growing in musicality. And I think that's one of those people, if you give her the next 4 years, I think the sky is the limit for her, and where you're gonna see her music pop, especially if you like a kind of like a if Momo Boyd was like not folk, but like the feel that Good Flirts had as she was singing on the hook. That's like Jana J, but like a little more soul, but still like that smooth R&B type, up to date, not like 90s. 80s R&B, but like still up to date, but like just popping, just fly.
Cool. Well, those are our sleepers. We appreciate y'all vibing with us today. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe, share it with a friend, like it, comment, all that. Much more to come for WeTM, and we'll see you next time.
Bow.